For centuries, the Sahyadris have stood guarded by hundreds of forts. Maharashtra is home to more than 350 forts silent witnesses to battles, kingdoms, and the rise of Maratha power. In Pune district stands Rajgad, the former capital of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and an important center of the early Maratha kingdom. Further north, in the Sahyadri ranges of Ahilyanagar district, stands the ancient Harish Chandragarh, surrounded by the Kalsubai Harish Chandragarh Wildlife Sanctuary. These are not just forts, they are living pages of Maharashtra's history. But somewhere along the way, many of these places started becoming simply trekking destinations. We climb, take photographs, enjoy the landscape, and leave often without understanding the history, culture, architecture, and communities connected to these places. And when heritage becomes only a backdrop for tourism, overcrowding, waste, environmental damage, and careless behavior can follow. So, when we started Gatha Vaata, the problem we wanted to address was not tourism itself. It was how people were experiencing these places. We wanted to move from simply visiting a fort to understanding, experiencing, and respecting its heritage. And that journey began at the base of the mountain. At Pachnai, the gateway to Harish Chandragarh, we met local families from the Mahadev Koli community whose livelihoods have traditionally been connected to farming and the surrounding landscape, with tourism becoming an important source of income. Instead of treating the village as simply a starting point for our trek, we started by listening. Local stakeholders helped us understand the roots, the history, and the stories of the fort. They also became part of the experience, preparing early morning breakfasts and fresh local food for our participants while sharing their knowledge and stories. What began as a conversation became a partnership. We tested our idea through our Harish Chandragarh experiences, learned from our participants, refined our storytelling, improved our safety and logistics, and eventually conducted 5 Harish Chandragarh treks and 2 Rajgarh treks. But the purpose of the pilot was bigger than conducting treks. We wanted to answer a fundamental question. Can tourism create value for heritage, communities, and visitors at the same time? This is where our learning as social entrepreneurs began. We realized that community development is not simply about creating income. It is about making communities active participants in the experience, valuing their knowledge, their culture, and their role in the destination. We also learned while making difficult decisions. During the monsoon, when trail conditions and emergency response became unsafe, we chose to pause our operations rather than compromise participant safety. The pilot also showed us that we were not simply building a Harish Chandragarh trek. We were testing a model that could be adapted across different forts, communities, and heritage landscapes. We tested, we listened, we adapted, and we tested again. That, for us, is the essence of social entrepreneurship: identifying a real problem, creating a viable response, taking it to the field, learning from the people involved, and continuously improving the model. Gatha Vaata is our attempt to move from passive tourism to active heritage immersion, where visitors don't just consume a destination, they understand it. Where communities don't just serve tourism, they help create the experience. And where every journey creates greater awareness of the places we visit, because a fort is not just a monument, a mountain is not just a destination, and a village is not just a stop on a map. They are stories. They are people. They are living heritage. Gatha Vaata. Every path has a story.